Well, it is Friday, and I am just finishing a very, very busy week for our law firm in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Came out with some blog articles this week regarding some recent players in the NFL who were arrested. Also had our podcast this week, which featured estate planning attorney Russ Nesevich from the Nesevich Law Firm here in Moorestown, New Jersey. Now, it is the weekend. We are headed into the weekend. It's always a busy time for our law firm, both in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. We understand the weekends are often the busiest time for criminal defense lawyers because people are out and about on the roads and things happen like DUI in Pennsylvania and DWI in New Jersey. Also, we receive calls for people in possession of illegal guns and firearms both in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. I always give my weekend advice. With this video, I will do that. I also want to discuss our recent blog articles. Had the article on the NFL player who was arrested for the illegal possession of guns and firearms. I'm going to link in that article as well as the hit and run article that I wrote. Two great articles, some great advice if you are charged with possession of a firearm. Often the strongest pretrial motion that an attorney can file is a motion to suppress evidence. And also I get into in that article, I also explain the trial defenses typically that we see, actual versus constructive possession. I also talk about diversion programs, even for illegal guns and firearms cases. I also wrote an article on a college basketball coach who was entering a DUI diversion program, which is a very, very normal type of disposition in those cases where a person has no prior criminal history. But I caution people that you shouldn't enter into a diversion program without speaking to an attorney and understand the consequences of doing that. And also your trial and pretrial options. There are situations where accepting diversion really isn't your best choice. But if you have questions regarding any of this, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Website, GamboneLaw.com. Features all of our blogs, my books, my podcast, which again features attorney Russ Nesevich from the Nesevich Law Firm. In my podcast, I bring in top attorneys from outside of our criminal defense practice because we understand that these are important topics to our clients and their families. Now, in addition, if you are traveling this weekend in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, you are stopped for suspicion of DUI in Pennsylvania or DWI in New Jersey. Do not refuse the chemical test. It will never help your criminal case. With regards to possession of illegal firearms and guns, remember that New Jersey and Pennsylvania are very different. While New Jersey has somewhat relaxed the ability to get a permit to carry in New Jersey, you still need a permit to carry in New Jersey. If you don't have one, and remember, New Jersey does not have reciprocity with any state, including Pennsylvania. I wrote that article on if you have a house at the Jersey Shore, you can bring your gun into New Jersey, keep it at the house. But if you're traveling into New Jersey, remember that the gun has to be kept in a locked gun box and the ammunition has to be kept separately. You cannot keep the gun underneath your seat and simply say, well, I was transporting to my house. Not the right way to do it. If you are stopped, the police do find the weapon. You will be charged under the Graves Act and face a possible mandatory minimum sentence. Now, Pennsylvania has some pretty strict gun laws too. They don't have quite as many mandatory minimum sentencing laws as New Jersey does. But nevertheless, if you're charged with the illegal possession of guns in Pennsylvania, in most all situations, you'll be charged with a felony offense. There are some exceptions where you can be charged with a misdemeanor offense. But again, you're looking at a possible felony conviction, which is a lifelong conviction. You cannot have it expunged in Pennsylvania. So again, if you have questions, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm going to link in the articles that I wrote on the NFL players, also the college basketball coach, also the article that I wrote on the Jersey Shore and keeping your gun at your house on the Jersey Shore. I'm going to link in the video and the podcast with Russ Nesevich. These are all great resources. And also on Friday, today, we came out with our e-update, which featured all those articles as well as links to all my blogs, my books, a great resource to have. You can sign up for it on GamboneLaw.com. So have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you all very soon.